Well, greetings once again, everyone. This is me, Nick Michalak, and the awesome Steve Frazier.
Well, hello and a happy independence to everyone.
Yes, indeed, and we'll see about happiness as we go along through this. You seem to not have as many great things to say about I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Right, yeah. I'm a very patriotic person. I love this great nation of ours. Sorry if you foreigners that don't participate.
Yes.
But this is our holiday contribution.
Yes.
And we hope you enjoy our belittling of it.
Yeah, so I eventually tracked down the old Sony Blu-ray, which is the best version to get, but hard to find, at least for a good price. But whatever version you have, get your timestamp over to 0 to sync up with our commentary, and get your subtitles turned on to follow along. So in 3, 2, 1, play.
Woof.
Another Sony Columbia Pictures title.
You ever heard that urban legend about that being looking just like Annette Bening? I don't know. There was some sort of talk about that for a while.
Mm.
I do think it's interesting. We just covered Urban Legend. If you didn't catch that one, it's available. But I think it's interesting that these two movies kind of
Hook themselves into
each other.
that.
Yeah. Right. Well, good use of Hook, by the way.
Yeah, it had to come around at some point. So get it over with.
Get it right before the titles.
Yes.
I like it.
And both films had the same producer there.
So, this one, I believe, was written by Williamson, right?
It was adapted by Williamson based on a book.
Okay.
But the author doesn't like the film because it basically turned her mystery thriller novel into a slasher film.
Okay.
Because the novel has basically no one dies in the novel.
All right.
It's just basically just mystery thriller type of thing with the same basic setup, but there's not someone running around with a hook.
Sure. This one does have we kind of glossed over it, but all-star cast.
Oh yeah.
This Bridgette Wilson is the first one that people might go, I don't know that person.
She was in Mortal Kombat, Last Action Hero, and a few other things. So she probably recognized her, maybe not the name so much.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like all the other people,
yeah.
At least as you're watching it, go, oh, that's a name, that's a name, that's a name.
At the time, definitely.
That's a name. Beautiful scenery here.
Yeah, they shot most of the film was shot in North Carolina, but they couldn't find a craggy enough coastline, so they shot this in California.
Oh, really? That actually kind of takes me out of it a little bit because this is This is very East Coast to me.
Yeah, it looks very East Coast. Again, they just couldn't find something with the right rocky thing for it. So
craggy, as you said, that's a good word. Craggy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this a helicopter shot?
I guess it would have to be. Yeah,
wouldn't have been in the drone era.
No, God, no. No one even knows what a drone is in '97.
No. So, yeah, this has to be a helicopter shot. Interesting that we've kind of the camera went up into 360, but we never noticed that person sitting on the rocks.
No.
Who is sitting there, and there's blood dripping, and
looks like blood. Very strange thing if it wasn't. I don't know. Very weird.
Now we have a very clear shot of this person.
Yeah.
Who may or may not be getting ready to kill himself. Hence the whodunit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny that you say that about the author and because I can totally picture this being a great book.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost like a young adult novel type of
right,
thing.
Right.
So,
the same vein as like a Hunger Games or something like that has peril and suspense, but wouldn't necessarily have to be.
I think they published it like sometime in the 70s.
Okay.
It wasn't even set in a coastal town, so that's all Williamson's doing. They changed the setting, so that's why you have fishermen and a guy with a hook and everything. So
right.
When I was talking about the stuff with the urban legend director doing like a concept trailer for this, he has a guy with a hook and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know, because he was almost doing it to audition for the film, but if they made all those changes with the script and not from the book, I didn't understand exactly where all that stuff came from unless he actually already saw the film.
Right.
So it was very strange.
Now, so it's funny that Freddie Prinze there on the right, future writer for WWE, would be making these comments about Sarah Michelle Gellar, who he would go on to marry. Yeah. But they didn't start dating while this movie was happening.
I don't think so.
They didn't.
I think it was Scooby.
It was yes, it was. It was, actually I think it was before that, but
and more towards that end, like 2000 or so.
Yeah, it was several years. It was several years after this that they got together. Mm-hmm. And I think Scooby was the first one that they did after they were together. Mm-hmm. Sarah Michelle Gellar was on the soap opera All My Children, which I used to watch when I was a kid with my grandma.
And she's already started doing Buffy at the time, so again, another real recognizable star.
White hot.
Jennifer Love Hewitt's on Party of Five with Nev Campbell.
Right. And she's at least a 9.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what Ryan had done at this point. I know he was something, but I don't know what credits he had before this.
Yeah, and 97, it's hard to say. I mean, I don't. My timeline's fuzzy.
I mean, they weren't really looking for him. They were looking for big, 6'2" jock guy,
right?
Muscles and everything. But he was so good in the audition, they just said, "What the hell?"
Sure.
I think it was maybe a little less known. I don't know. Let's see if
there are so many fish hats in this party. I need a fish hat. Can somebody get me a fish hat? It's funny that this movie predates Urban Legend by, a summer, and
I think it was October 97 on this one.
It doesn't feel as like USA.
No, it doesn't.
TV show.
This has some very good cinematography in it.
Yes,
it looks very high quality.
And Galecki here.
Mm-hmm.
What was he on?
He was on Roseanne. He was
okay. Yeah. Got it.
Pushover boyfriend.
Right. Okay. I was like, I know he was on something, and it was slipping my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have known because I'm a mark for Roseanne. The sitcom Roseanne was set in the fictional town of Lanford, Illinois, suburban Chicago, which made it enjoyable for all of us. And rumor has it that the town of Lanford was based on the town of Elgin, which I lived in for 40 years of my life.
Yes.
So I was always particularly invested in Roseanne, which is embarrassing that I couldn't place him immediately, but I'm like, I know I've watched him on a show.
Right.
How did he ever get a job writing for WWE, by the way?
I don't know where the hell that came from. No clue.
I know that they wanted to bring in some...
someone he was hooked into that hooked him back into it. I had no idea.
I know the idea was to bring in, Hollywood, quote-unquote, people.
Sure.
And...
He wasn't known as a writer, as far
well,
as
that's
I'm
what
aware.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I assume this was also California?
I don't know. Possibly. I was looking at... I don't know if it was Phillippe or Phillippe. it seemed I can't get a gauge on exactly Ryan's last name pronunciation.
As far as I've known, it's Phillippe.
Oh,
so
Phillippe.
Phillippe with an E at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
He might be the winner of everybody because he goes on to marry Reese Witherspoon.
Sure. And he still looks about the same as he does now. Here.
Yes.
Not much of a change.
Yeah, I mean, he looks just like Justin Timberlake.
Sure,
so,
yeah. But I was looking at the Wikipedia. It's like Roland Matlock and some other stuff. Small Role in Crimson Tide. He hadn't really done anything. So
now the irony that they're all sitting around talking about an urban legend, is delicious.
Mm-hmm. And that's the exact same thing.
Right. They're arguing over the way that the story's told.
Right. But still, it's the same thing from urban legend.
Right.
The guy with the hook and the thing on the door and finding out the scratching on the roof thing.
It becomes... Right.
A year before urban legend happened, so...
Well, they're arguing over which story
which one's correct.
Right.
Yes. So I'm just saying that further
agreed.
shows that...
Oh, right, because
other films before this had already tackled some of the same things they were dealing with in that film.
Right. Oh, I thought you were calling me out for not ever having known that particular
not
legend.
That. I'm just reinforcing my statements from the other commentary.
Got it. Yeah, I was under the impression that they had made that one up.
Yeah.
And
no, it's fine.
Had I just seen this movie, I would have known.
Sure. But
so, I'm not going to lie. I think I like Gellar and Phillippe better as a couple than Gellar and Prinze Jr. In real life.
Yeah.
I never understood these double dates on the beach. Clearly the end game is for both couples to bang at the end, right?
Sure.
Now, anytime that there's these group, it could be around a campfire, it could be whatever.
Yeah.
Isn't it just awkward to be okay, every couple break off and go do your thing, and everybody, there's this understanding that okay, we're going to go over here and you're going to go over there, we're all going to do the same thing with each other. I don't know, it's a weird social thing.
I don't know.
I've never been in that situation, but I just think it's interesting. That can't be true. Oh, is the gimmick here that she's never done it?
I'm guessing so.
Yeah, I think so. And are we to buy that this is an actual shipwreck on a beach and it's not a popular tourist attraction? I'm not buying that. Regular Antonio Bay here. Beautiful scenery. Very craggy, according to you. I'll let you do things to me is a great line. He plays a good drunk, Ryan.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
As he's got the open bottle of whiskey or whatever it is. He plays a great drunk.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really good actor.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been a fan of the Boss Tones. Are we buying that this is the same location, right? They're out on the same point?
Yeah.
Or whatever?
Yeah.
That looked like the same. This is good. Moment of terror. I like it. Accident. You don't really know what happened.
Right.
You know.
He got smashed in the face.
We're 15 minutes in. Good reaction.
Yeah.
How many deer are in this mountain?
Coastal town, yeah.
What size boot you think that is? About a 13? With just a trickle of blood dropping down it? How convenient. Oh, it's a Beamer.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fan. I don't like a BMW.
Mm-hmm.
Good reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, one boot bill there. I think this is a very organic reaction. I will say that this person is wearing the same outfit as the gentleman on the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look a damn thing like the guy sitting up on the mountain. Where do you stand on this? Call the cops and risk the drunk driving harassment, or cover it up?
I would be able to just dump a body on the side of the road. I wouldn't be able to do that.
No?
We've been here before. Hashtag dumper, remember? Chainsaw remake?
Yes! I think I'm leaving her. I'm dumping it.
Well, just getting in this whole thing, it's like, okay, they've created all very distinct characters with their own ways of reacting to the situation.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, granted, we're only 18 minutes into this movie, but we actually know a pretty good character profile of all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a masterclass in character writing,
no.
but there are 4 distinct characters here.
I feel very much amplified by the quality of the people you have cast in the roles, too.
Agreed. You already are, sweetheart. All of these people are kind of too pretty, don't you think? All 4 of them aren't.
Wow.
Like, small town America.
I had no problem with it. Who do you want to watch on screen?
I don't.
One fucking warthogs on screen.
I'm just saying, it would. There's a sense of realism when you get at least one of them to be ugly.
They're like, well, what's the ugly person hanging around these people for? What they have?
You're right.
Tagging along.
You're right. God damn it, you're right.
What's the guy with the crooked nose doing here?
Right.
It's not realistic.
Yeah, nobody wants Edie McClurg in the group of girls. Even though she's the most realistic of all of them. Max, this is Galecki.
Yeah. Maybe a bit of a dick bag.
How many friends did you have in high school or in the early 2000s that wore that fucking coat thing?
I don't know. I didn't have that many friends at the time.
Oh, okay. I knew so many people that wore that style hoodie coat thing. Oh my god, it like triggers me. Like, I know exactly who this guy is based on that coat. And I don't like it. Tell me that's not Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Is that why he got cast? Like, Tim's wasn't available and they got this guy? I know you said they wanted a jock, but... Which would make sense with the character, right? The musclehead car guy, right? Yeah. But he's very believable.
Right. I mean, they don't portray him specifically as like he's a jock type of guy. He's just kind of a rich, spoiled,
brat,
reckless brat.
But if you put a jock in that role, it works just the same.
Yeah.
Unlike if you put a jock in the Prinze role, it doesn't work.
No.
But even just in the character tropes, you've got the plain Jane virgin, you've got the friggin', beauty queen.
Yeah.
Like, it works.
Yeah.
And there's only 4. You don't need a cast of thousands.
No. And Prince's character is like he's a guy who seems like he's got a sensible, rational head, but he can justify certain things. He can smear around the morality of the situation to make his own decisions work for him.
He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Shouldn't have buried me. I'm not dead. And he got the crown. Like, that's a little silly. These weeds are a little silly. It's just the end of the pier. It's not that deep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not.
It's not the middle of Crystal Lake here.
Right. He's even got the Jason 6 pose.
Yeah.
Now, look at this. This scene really bothers me. This guy has got to be 50 years old.
Sure.
Look at that. That is not the 25-year-old kid that was sitting on the mountain.
Right.
Not at all. Now,
as the film tries to make you believe that it is.
Right. Exactly. The whole idea of this movie is that they want you to think that it's him.
Right.
And that's ridiculous. Because as a casual viewer, I know that it's not.
I mean, well, when I was sitting, as I hadn't watched the thing in 20 years, I was sitting down, I was like, which way is the killer going? Is it the guy we saw on the rocks before, and he's actually the killer, or is it the
old man?
I was trying to twist it around. I couldn't remember which way it went.
Right, but the issue is, you knew that it wasn't the same person, right? Or you didn't.
I wasn't sure exactly what the thing was.
Okay. Look at this. That's good acting. That is great acting. Now... I think it was like, I wasn't sure, like, does the guy come back out of the water and now he's the killer, or did they kill off
the kid, and then the father's coming after him or something like that. I couldn't remember which way it was.
Right. But as I'm watching it, like, it's so obvious that it's not the guy from the first shot.
And it's contrived that they're wearing the exact same outfit.
Right. So, like...
But they think by the time you get an hour and 10 minutes into this thing, you've forgotten that, and you don't
and
have
now
to worry.
that little charm thing is another way to make you think. But it's so obvious that it's not him that I never even once associated it as being the same person. I'm like, well, who is this old man that they killed?
Right.
And threw in the water, and how is that supposed to be related?
Right.
Like, I didn't really notice the outfit change until the last time I watched it, that being similar.
Yeah.
But they said this a year later. Is that right? Okay. Not just like the fall in a couple months.
Right,
it's
no,
a whole full year.
Yeah.
Okay. White as death, chalky corpse.
Yeah.
Good direction on her to make her look
A little more...
haggard.
Yeah. Flush.
Stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, she's definitely going through something.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, I think they did such a poor job that at no point in my viewing did I ever even think that it was the same person. So all of the misdirection and all of the plot points centered around it being the same person, I just dismissed.
Okay.
Because it was so obvious to me. So that is part of the problem I have with this movie. Why did she come home? Quote unquote.
Well, it's just the summer now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
We went from one July 4th to the next.
Okay.
Everyone's on drugs.
Well, the parents know best, right?
Methadone clinic.
Right. I don't understand the blue plates on the wall. This art direction is very sketchy to me. Another house that could be the Myers house. Gothic mansions and such. Did they say where the dad was in all this?
I don't think so. I don't think they even spent time with their freaking mother again in the film. I don't know.
They're doing a lot of exposition here to make you realize that she's failing school and is bad.
But everything that happened with last year has still been hanging with her the entire time, so she can't concentrate. She's not...
Very good handwriting, by the way. This one's set, I think it said New Hampshire. Also interesting that both this and the other movie take place in New England. Those pillows gotta go. Got to go. That lamp, oh my god, it's coastal. Look at that. Is that a lighthouse on there? Fuck me. Get out of here with that lamp. is there a clown on it? Oh my God. Do you open the windows
Sometimes.
in the spring and fall? You a window opener?
Yeah.
Brown truck, lobster traps, old school lobster traps, small town America, my fave. But there's got to be a big town within, 15 minutes. But I would live here. Somebody's provisions. Well, this lady's a bitch. We already know that. Oh, good. VHS tapes. Everyone's favorite. Look what the cat dragged in. Hit song by the band Poison, one of my favorites. What's on those videotapes that she's selling?
No clue.
They all look like blank tapes. She's selling blank cassette tapes?
I don't know.
She looks like grunge version of herself, right? Emo?
Yeah.
I don't know, something. And Gellar is got way too much clown paint on. For me. Is the other bitch supposed to be her Gellar's sister?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they did a great casting job with that, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And that mannequin looked just like Ryan Phillippe.
I like the fact that Gellar's character, that she was going to go off to New York and have this big acting career, then she falls back here probably because she's...
having the same issues, right?
Yeah. She's just not showing it as much because she's got a paintbrush all over her face.
Right. Yeah, you can't see. Man, he looks like $1 million, doesn't he? That is a great line. And she, she does, but the other one doesn't. Mom wouldn't have noticed that. Yeah, we don't need to rehash it. Thank you, actually, because I'm already tired of it, and we're only 33 minutes in. David Egan. Well, there you go. You move on. Hashtag dumper. Dump him. I'm not a fan of this t-shirt style that Ryan is wearing. The proverbial wife beater, right? Is that what they call it?
They used to call it that.
I don't think you can call it that anymore, can you?
No.
There's more giant fish. I need a fish hat. Somebody give me a hat with a fish on it. By the way, those traps catch lobsters, not fish. And Phillippe thinks that Galecki sent the message, and therefore he's going to rough him up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
These big blocks of ice. There's our red herring.
Yeah.
Nah, I guess not. It's more of a foreshadowing. Right?
Yeah.
Although, you certainly don't have any reason to believe that it's Ryan Phillippe being the killer in the movie.
No.
So, even though he's intimidating and saying things like, I'll kill you.
But then he grabs the thing now. He's acting like shit. But.
Right, and he says the same thing, I'll kill you, or whatever.
Right.
He's also beating wives with his shirt. I'm not gonna lie, I could be a fisherman. I don't mind. If anybody hasn't seen Coda, the movie that won Best Picture, oh my god, you gotta go see it. Or I guess you can't go see it, you gotta stream it on Apple Plus or whatever.
Yeah.
Still waiting on a physical release, by the way, so I can add it to my collection.
Sure. Where's Criterion when you need them?
I don't know, but I feel like they need to snag it. But, you know, fucking Apple, they're not going to give up their anything. Especially now they're hot shit that their streaming movie won Best Picture.
Sure.
Anyway, I digress. It's about fishermen, but it's really great. Everyone's walking around with these traps, but nobody's got lobsters. I guess these guys are crabs, so I guess maybe they could be crab traps. Oh, they're blue crabs. Awesome. Those are yummy. You a seafood guy? No?
No.
Why not? You don't like it?
Can't stand the smell.
Oh, but the taste. Oh, the taste. I could eat seafood every day. I don't care that they're bugs and fish and whatever that come out of the ocean. So what? Give it to me.
Yeah.
Oh, look, a whole wall full of those slickers that will become our...
Yeah.
whatever the word is. This guy's got the right idea. None of the crabs that were in the bucket were actually moving around, though.
No. They're probably prop ones.
Well, right. But the idea is that... and they're also already red, which means that they're cooked. The pigment turns red after you... on the shell.
Sure.
Which is why lobsters are red when you eat them, but they're black going into the pot.
Yeah. Yeah, I read they added this scene in later on in the whole thing when they realized, oh, we don't really have any slasher action early on in the film, so...
and that's not bad. It was a nice little...
his character wasn't supposed to die, but it's like... what else would he be doing in the film? I don't know.
Right. And it was a nice little kill shot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It works out.
It's our first... we're 39 minutes in. So aside from the opening... which they didn't even kill him with the hit and run.
No.
Now, this actually goes to your point about the author being mad, because if they added that scene in...
yeah. Up the body count stuff and slasher stuff going on.
Right. I mean, here you've got a perfectly capable whodunit thriller in novel form.
Yeah. Because also, I mean... Miramax later stepped in and quashed this, but like they were promoting the thing like from the creator of Scream. Well, that's owned by another studio. Usually studios don't really give much of a shit anyway. Fuck all, because they do the same shit.
Well, it's promotion, right?
Well, they also studios do it all the time, back and forth and everything. But Miramax didn't like that you're using the name of our hit to promote your film, so they stepped in and stopped them from doing that. But if you're promoting it that way, then people are coming in expecting the same style of film,
right?
Even though tonally, this is nothing like Scream.
Right. It would be like, if you remember, Sean Cunningham did Friday the 13th, and then immediately did a musical after that. So if they promote the musical as from the director of Friday the 13th,
right? What the fuck you
who's
doing?
going to go see the musical? Right. Just to put it in context.
Right. I mean, generally, you can definitely feel the tone is different from that type of thing. It honestly feels less slash and does feel more like thriller.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
It's a little bit more. Not saying that Scream wasn't character based in a lot of ways. It really was, but this feels a little bit more. The pace isn't as snappy as Scream was, or doesn't have the same types of dialogue. It doesn't have the same feel overall. Just a different feel.
Right. But you're right. I do think that as a viewer, even if you are treating it as a thriller, there's something about the marketing of the guy with the hook, and everything that makes you expect more horror,
gore and
whatever
kills stuff like that,
than maybe even they intended. But perception's reality.
Right.
So if you set it up and you've conditioned the audience, not just with the from the makers of bullshit,
whatever,
but
a lot of times the marketing department's a little bit independent of we made this type of film, but the marketing department's going to go well, we can sell it this way.
Right.
We don't care what the actual film is.
Exactly.
This is the way we sell it. That's what's going to get butts in the seats on the opening weekend, and that's all they care about.
Right. All right, so we've got Boots and the Slicker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, the outfit's definitely one thing in a certain way, but really competing when you're getting another killer with a hook. I mean, you already got Candyman out there.
Well, Candyman was
a good 4 or 5 years before this. Then they already had a sequel out at this point in time.
God, was it only 4 or 5 years before?
Yeah, it was
93.
It was October '93. Then they put out, I think, the second film 95 or so, 95 or 96.
So 2 years.
Yeah.
4 years, 2 years. Yeah. Are there any other Hook movies other than Peter Pan?
You're talking about Leatherface puts him up on the hook. And Williamson, he actually wrote this before Scream got picked up and everything like that.
Okay.
So he optioned the rights, and they had him working on it, and it didn't really sell anywhere until Scream made up a name, and then they fast-tracked this to get it out 10 months after Scream hit theaters.
I don't remember what the release date was on Scream.
Scream was December of 96. This was October 97.
Okay, got it. That's right. Scream was like a Christmas blockbuster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now showing The English Patient and Scream. What?
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess maybe this is a midpoint where they decide that they're gonna investigate Egan?
Maybe.
Where are we at time-wise? We're at 45. So we're
a little early on it.
4 to 5 minutes ahead.
Sure.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens in a few minutes here.
Mm.
Look at this computer.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they had a problem that the search engine gave them too many Egans, and they had,
that's nice.
You know,
that's
it's realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. Okay, so now we have another movie which predates Urban Legend, wherein the inciting incident for the entire story is based on an accidental car accident death.
Which one is that?
Urban Legend.
Oh, Urban Legend. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's another way.
Confused.
Another way that Urban Legend.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
Is conveniently linked to this one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to confuse you.
No, it's just so much the thing. We did these in reverse orders.
Right. Well, we wanted this one to be 4th of July, goddammit. What do you want from us? Yes, we already covered Urban Legend, in which the car accident accidentally killed somebody, and therefore somebody went on a killing spree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, not to say that it was really the incident that started this killing spree, but it was kind of the beginning of the story for the characters that... This is a very, chainsaw house.
Yeah.
And she's nervous because she thinks that this guy is the killer, and...
Yeah.
Very nice with the broken mirror there, and...
Yeah.
And Heche, sorry, I only call her that because of what, was it, the guy from Saturday Night Live, the church lady. Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
Dana Carvey, the church lady, had a skit in one time in which he referred to her as Anne He-She because she was, a lesbian or whatever. I don't know. It's a bad joke.
That's very bad.
But that's how I...
It's not even a joke. It doesn't even make any sense.
I know. Well, it was a character thing. Whatever. I think it was Dana Carvey that said it. I think. Anyway,
slicker.
It's all I think. Right. All right, let's count how many people. Now, at least it's a little more plausible in this one.
Right. It's just...
Right. Exactly.
We've already been battered around a little bit here.
And why did Urban Legend have to steal the coat idea? Again... okay, granted, it's a different kind of coat, but it's still a coat.
You do what Happy Birthday to Me did. You just never show the killer. Oh, it's you. You just walk in the door.
Right.
It's you.
It's you. Oh.
Or you go prom night. The guy's just in this black, leotard, going around with an axe. It's fine. It works.
Now in Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Also the same thing. You don't reveal it.
Right. And in Friday the 13th, if you remember, the scene where Steve Christie in the rain slicker.
Oh, it's you.
He doesn't know it's you, but it makes sense in that context.
Right.
Once you see it, you go, oh.
Yeah.
What are you doing out here, or whatever? Yeah. Oh, it's you.
Yeah, you don't always have to show the killer. You don't have to create contrive some friggin' outfit for him. But the problem is, not everyone who's encountering the killer in this thing is getting killed straight off. Sometimes it's just an intimidation, mind game shit.
Right. Well, right, the whole point is a cat and mouse, I know what you did.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm going to kill you the next time I see you.
I'm trying to fuck with your head a little bit.
Right.
So,
I don't know the timeline. I'm wondering, was she with Ellen at this point? I feel like it's still.
I
feel like it's still a little early.
Possibly, yeah.
Billy Blue. Mm-hmm. If that's not a made-up name, I don't know what the fuck is.
Right.
Again, all of this is predicated on the idea that the body that they dumped is the kid.
Yeah.
Which, in my mind, was never the case.
Okay.
So, it's like all of this is for nothing.
Okay.
Not nothing, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not the means to the end that I'm looking for.
Right.
That was a very aggressive hay for cigarettes.
So it's cheap.
Cheap hay. That was a cheap hay.
Right.
Is she supposed to be like backwoods hillbilly? Like,
I'm guessing so, a little bit.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. By the way, we should cover Wrong Turn at some point. Oh, yeah. There's another one with a good gas station attendant prop.
Oh, wonderful.
But it's got inbred people and murders in the forest. It's so good. So good.
Another one owned by Disney now, you know.
Wrong Turn?
Yes. It was a Fox movie, so Disney owns it. So
oh, good. Yeah, Disney.
Another one to lock in the vault.
The castle with the rainbow, and then Wrong Turn cannibals and inbreds and...
Sure.
Yeah, murders in West Virginia.
Right next to Bambi and everything.
Right. Wrong Turn, Bambi. Awesome. Love it. Gellar's a good actress.
Yeah, they're all good. They're all good.
I don't know how many times I need to say that, but...
Oh, yeah.
I think Phillippe has stood out to me the most, though.
Yeah, he's had the most forceful presence to do stuff with.
Right.
Prinze's character's been a little on the flaky side of being a character so much, just having some place to land in the story.
Right, they're not showing him enough to give him a chance.
Right.
Gellar is mopey, but the other one's morose almost.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Edge of depression type of thing. Oh, that wallpaper. Not here so much.
Right. Well, no, this is nice board. Not quite like wainscoting. Wainscoting? I don't know how to pronounce that. It's college baseball? This guy's drinking that much whiskey and watching college baseball?
Maybe that's why he's drinking so much whiskey.
Well,
he's watching that. There's nothing else to do.
I mean, wait. It's the 4th of July. You're telling me the fucking Red Sox aren't on?
You tell me the fucking All-Star game's not happening or something, maybe?
And why is this guy in their house?
That's a little...
Come on. Come on. Come on. Well, you know what it is. They couldn't get the rights to Major League Baseball.
Sure.
So they have generic... Look at all these more nautical themes. I get it. They're in the Northeast.
Yes.
They're in a fishing village. But, I mean, how many teachers want a teacher gift with a fucking apple or a pencil on it? None of them.
No.
None of them. How many people that live in a coastal fishing village really want coastal fishing art all over their house? I'm thinking not that many. Just a hunch. Sorry, end rant. That's not good wallpaper.
Yeah.
It is generic enough that it...
Right.
You know, it's not...
It blends in.
Right. But it's still not good.
No.
Is there a good wallpaper? Maybe we should just stop all criticism of wallpaper and label wallpaper bad no matter what's on it.
There's degrees of bad.
Right.
Some is like eye-burningly bad.
That direction on the subtitle said short unzip. So now we're commenting on the length of a zip or an unzip.
I'd rather be more specific than just leaving out chunks of words in the dialogue
exactly.
we've had before.
Exactly. That being the very crown that...
There were two tracks on this thing. There's a regular subtitle and there's one for like deaf and hard of hearing, which I decided to choose because it's a little bit more specific.
Now, okay, maybe I buy that Michelle Gellar lives at home.
The sister.
Why would the sister, who is
looks very business savvy type of character.
Right? She runs the store.
Right.
I mean, is it just the simpleness of the free rent kind of thing? You know, like living at home is cheaper.
Maybe.
I've lived not at home since I was 22, and she looks a lot older than 22.
Oh well.
Oh well. Another terrible lamp. Good Christ. Bedposts are out.
Yeah.
Nobody has a bedpost anymore.
No.
It's so like 19th century England. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
goes with that house. This is a beautiful shot, though, with the light coming in the windows.
Sure.
Everything is, peach colored, rose colored, maybe. She's got playbills on her nightstand. That's a nice little touch. She's a theater goer.
Yeah.
And she's wearing the crown. It's a fun little plot point. And the hair. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is the most traumatic thing in the entire movie for me. Ow. That would hurt so bad.
Yes, it would.
Oh, she's got good cans, huh?
Yeah.
Who says, oh my God, and hangs up the phone without saying goodbye, saying I'll be right over, saying, are you okay?
Nice crane shot.
Yeah, agreed. Through the window, down the, yeah.
And DP's got some skills.
That car has a lot of right angles on it, by the way. Are you looking them up?
Yeah, might as well. Dennis Cross, I've never heard of him.
Meanwhile, this car has North Carolina plates.
He doesn't have a whole lot of anything that's really worth talking about.
That is a great visual. The dead body in the trunk is one thing.
With the crabs.
With the blue crabs on top, that's awesome. Anytime you get live animals, whether it be bugs, worms, serpents, crustaceans, such as this, don't tell me that it's empty.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck you. He's got the Bob Orton Jr. Cast on his arm there.
Yeah, that's...
What?
I also find that a little...
There's no way.
You really asked me that the fucking killer followed her here, far enough back to not be seen, but then once she leaves, backs the car up, opens the thing up, drags a dead body and dumps it into another car, along with picking up all the freaking crabs.
Live crabs.
Yeah, just...
Nope, you got me. You're done.
And they were probably back here within like 5 minutes.
I'm done.
I'm not buying it.
I'm done. It's an hour in, you lost me. This character turn would have been a good midpoint for her as the story.
It seems more like it was something in the Anne Heche scene somewhere. It's like, I'm still... The scene still didn't reveal
Jesus.
The Anne Heche scene really didn't reveal a whole lot, really.
Other than somebody else has been asking around.
Yeah. And that was it. That was like 10 months before this or something like that.
This is good writing dialogue.
Well, yeah, it's friction. You got to have drama,
right? But it's well placed. It's the right character saying the right things.
And again, it's like its character's like, where the fuck have you been this entire time?
Well, the audience is also wondering that.
Right. It's not like he's conveniently absent. He's just like completely disconnected from these people, and he's not investing himself in what they're doing. He doesn't seem to care.
Which, as a character point, is good.
Yeah.
Because if he was
because he was the one kind of flip-floppy at the time, was like...
Right. But I'm saying if he was like buddy joined at the hip with these people, and we just didn't see him for 20 minutes at a stretch...
That's ridiculous.
That's hard to buy.
Yeah.
Hard to swallow.
Right.
But when the character says, I'm just not going to associate with you, then you have no problem saying, that's fine that he's not here.
Right.
Creating suspicion. In what I feel is the correct way. I don't know why I'm trying to defend this after they lost me in the crab trunk. Today's July 4th?
Yeah.
That feels a little, I don't know, contrived.
It's the usual fucking thing in slash movies. Like, I would come back on the anniversary date to do this shit.
Right.
Not that it ever really just like makes a whole lot of sense. Just like you're gonna wait all this time to do it. You didn't just do it the next fucking day.
I'm gonna come back and murder you for buying that lamp. North Carolina. So I was completely wrong on this. I don't know what I saw. Or maybe they just fucked up and used the wrong plates. I do think that comically long stilts are entertaining as hell. I realize they called it something else, but she's basically the clam queen.
Yeah.
That might not be what you'd want to associate, right? Mm-hmm. Like just, oh.
Oh, wow.
Seafood queen?
Coastal town's got funny ideas.
So many fish hats! Fish on a stick?
Fish on a stick.
Look at this red fish hats everywhere. I love them.
They going to the Chapman Under the Sea dance?
That's right. That's right. Look at that. That's an old man.
It's July 4th. It's probably fucking hot.
100 degrees.
You ain't
in North Carolina?
You're not walking around with that fucking thing on.
In North Carolina. And I don't buy that there's 6 other guys on the beach, or on the pier, rather, wearing the same coat. That's not the guy that we saw in the parade, by the way.
No.
That old man now has a broken hip because...
Probably.
L.E. Gotta be like limited edition. Maybe. Look what your brother did to the door. Like if you just showed somebody a couple screenshots from right here and here, tell me they wouldn't think it was Chainsaw.
Probably. Definitely that shot.
Right. And this is 5, 6 years before that remake.
Yeah.
What year was Next Generation?
Fuck all.
You don't know? All right.
It was like it was produced one year, then it was like set on the shelf for a year and a half, and
by the time that the movie came out, McConaughey and the other one were already
Witherspoon.
We're already
or Zellweger.
Zellweger. We're already like well known.
94 was probably when it was produced, I guess.
Okay.
Proper release date. The United States came out in 95, and then it fizzled out in different places after that.
I was just trying to think what the biggest,
Like
the most recent reference to that genre, franchise. I want that red fish hat. How great is that? There's no. Yes, trust the Gordon Fisher. You're supposed to trust him. That is a grouper.
I'm sure there were a number of fucking jokes at the time. It's like, oh, I'm going to be afraid of the Gordon's fisherman.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's an old man.
Yeah, that's an old dude.
Catfish. Yum. Although the ones on the table weren't catfish. So here's where, the characters are all under the assumption that it's the kid.
Yeah.
But we know better. So it's like dramatic irony all over again. And I hate it.
Yeah, it's...
That handwriting is very specific.
Yeah.
You have that same tattoo that Barry Darso has with the anchor.
You know, it's the same guy doing Smash and Repo Men and Blacktop Bully. It's like,
right.
Nah,
he had a golfer gimmick too, didn't he? For a while.
Well, that was WCW for you. They couldn't hold on to an idea for more than 10 seconds.
That's a hell of a cummerbund.
Uh-huh.
Again, Phillippe's wearing a sweater on the 4th of July.
Sure.
In North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Where it is 100 degrees if it's an ounce.
Sure.
They introduced the last year's winner on stage when she
didn't.
won?
No.
Convenient.
Yeah, this indeed.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Same, kid. Same. I want nothing to do with this gyrating hoe.
She looks like she's 38. That's the right expression.
I do like this song, though.
Oh, yeah. Well.
And I like the movie.
Wasn't that nominated for an Oscar, too?
Probably.
I think so, that song.
Yeah.
Did win, I don't know. Maybe it did.
It could have very well won. That might have been the same year that Arthur's theme happened, and I think Christopher Cross won the Oscar. So maybe I'm going to look it up.
His book for the Pneumanium.
What?
Goddamn fish heads, what the fuck?
I love them! Fame by Irene Cara. Her debut single as a recording artist. She did not write it, but the song won the Academy Award for Best Original Song in 1980.
And she'd go on to do Flashdance.
That is correct. There's blood everywhere in this movie. Water coolers never come with the little cone cups next to them anymore.
No.
I don't know, it's weird. Alright, I looked it up just because it was bothering me. Christopher Cross, Arthur's theme, parentheses, the best that you can do, also won the Academy Award the next year, 1981. Okay. So I was very close. I thought that maybe Arthur beat it out, but they both won back to back. Got it. In the books. I do not buy, as somebody who has long hair, I do not buy that Sarah Michelle Gellar was able to style her hair that way after receiving a butcher job overnight.
Yeah.
I mean, if the killer were to, neatly cut in no layers, right. Brood eye. You mean the same gentleman that gave me a haircut once?
Yeah. If you're gonna go ahead and do it, then you want to fucking mangle the shit out of it.
Right. She was pulling
long clumps out of the hair. It's like you should look like Mick Foley as Mankind.
Exactly.
Fucking shaved spots all over the place.
Right. There's no way she looks
deformed fucking maniac.
No way she looks like that.
Look like hillbilly Jason Voorhees in part 2.
Right.
Half the head has got a...
Well, he was a mongoloid.
That, too.
Meanwhile, this guy stopped his car a block back to walk up and help this guy.
Like, he just happens to be, parked right here. Knowing that the cop is going to take her...
Turn down that alley.
Well, no. One, the cop is going to take her home at this point in time. He's going to set up a roadblock. And he's going to sit here. It's like,
That is not good.
It's not great. It's a little flimsy.
And there's still 20 minutes left.
Oh, yeah.
Ow, with the broken glass in that dress? Oof. Oh boy. Now she figures it out?
Yeah.
Those were the same articles that came up last time.
Yeah, I don't know why. You didn't find it before.
You didn't just read it? And you're telling me she's at the store working? I mean, even if it's closed and...
She seems like she's closing it up now, but still. It's a holiday.
Right. I feel like you close early, earlier than this, dark. If it's July, dark is 9 o'clock.
Sure. The fact that, again, he's just walking.
Right.
I buy it for Michael Myers. I buy it for Jason Voorhees because they're presented a little bit more extraordinary to a degree.
Right. Supernatural, maybe.
A mystique of some sort. That they're extra normal type of things. It's just a regular fucking guy with a hook. You want to kill him, run after him, and fucking slash him up like you did everyone else so far.
How many doors to businesses do you need a key to lock and unlock from the inside? What the fuck?
Yeah, they're usually on the outside.
You need a key on the outside, the inside's like a deadbolt or some sort of other mechanism.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
You don't typically have it on both sides. I don't know. That's weird. And somehow he got inside.
Well, it was unlocked.
Yeah, but he was trailing half a block behind her.
Well, he knew to go to the back door.
And he still probably walked there and probably took 3 times as long to get that way.
Her hair is shorter here than it was in the car. In the back of the police car.
A little bit, yeah.
It's like they filmed it in out of order. Bad, different wig. That's cool.
That's not bad.
Good place to go if you need trash cans or shovels. I actually need a broom, in my personal house.
Okay.
Like a push broom. Who thinks oh, I'll go to the store and buy a push broom? I don't know, it's just weird.
I don't know. You wouldn't... Oh. The garment store.
It's like, where do brooms come from? Everybody's got one. Nobody ever remembers buying one. That's my point. Sorry, my mind is a little goofy sometimes.
This scene kind of gets on my nerves.
Is the killer under one of these fucking tarps?
The killer goes in the back way, wherever the fuck he did, hooks the one girl, drags her off, then he is able to get all the way up here.
Clandestinely drape himself. Drape
himself, set him up and everything. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, it feels so much like it's on the edge of all the stuff that Scream was doing a satire of.
Right.
Kind of twisting the thing on its head a little bit. Now you're getting a little too on the silly side of things.
Very interesting dumbwaiter of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
They would have been much better off making this, like, set in March or October or somewhere where it's much more plausible that this many people are wearing long sleeves and coats and hats and I don't know. She got up very quickly. You know why?
Why?
Because she jumped.
As you go.
If she had been thrown out the window, she would have died. But because she jumped herself, she lived. Bounced right up.
All right.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, America. Love it. I love the 4th of July. I don't particularly love fireworks, like household fireworks. I like going to the, to see the town display, like the ceremony.
Yeah.
But like backyard fireworks don't really do it for me. They did when I was a kid, for sure.
It's fucking...
He's just everywhere.
Well, the problem is he does nothing but trail behind everyone until they actually need him to jump ahead of them through absolutely contrived means. So did he go all the way around the freaking block down the way where everyone else through the freaking parade and show up here? It's like you're getting Michael Myers Halloween 5 territory or something like that, or Manhattan territory with Jason. It's like he just shows up where it's convenient for the plot to have him show up at. It doesn't have to make any sense that he was able to run ahead of him when all he's been doing is walking at fucking slow motion.
Right. So this is, I get it. Like, this does work better as a novel, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like that she doesn't trusting him.
Yeah. She hasn't been there seeing where everyone has been chased off to and everything like that. In the audience's mind, we know it can't be him because we just saw him in the freaking alleyway killing the other girl.
Right.
He didn't just run over here, change his clothes, and go below deck and just pop up at the convenient moment. So, it's...
How? Again, he's wearing a sweater.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody owns a pair of shorts in this town?
Clearly not.
Everything I remember about this movie is the bad ending.
Hmm.
Just what I like. Newspaper articles and photos and lines and drawings and connecting dots.
You got a photo of them at the freaking parade that just happened like 5 hours ago.
Well, instant 1 hour photo, right?
I guess. I don't know. He's all killing people at the time. What the fuck he's gonna do? Stop the Walgreens.
Right. Photo mat. Remember that?
Nah. I know I'm out killing people and exacting my friends, but I gotta get these photos developed because
right.
It's gonna happen in a couple hours.
Right. I need to make sure I put them on my board of inspiration so that I know that I want to kill them.
So I can have the big fucking plot reveal in a couple hours.
Right. That's hilarious. Mm-hmm. I didn't really think about that. Put a rush on these photos, please.
Yes.
I've got a wall of anger that I need to complete. Flare gun? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
A very unique looking gun. Oh, get out of here with that bullshit. Sweet Susie. There's a very Jason 6.
Yeah. I was feeling like they ran him over with a fucking car and his face is all screwed up. It's like there's not a scar or anything, you know?
Right.
He's a horror villain. Give him something to work with, you know?
He's got a hook. Isn't that enough?
No, it's not enough. You're stealing someone else's gimmick already.
Wouldn't it be great if it was an actual, hook? Attached?
Well, that's what they do in the second film.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, because in a little while, his hand gets chopped off.
Fuck that.
I don't remember much of fucking anything about the second film.
I never
the
saw
third
it.
one went direct to video. It's not even.
Is that I'll Always Know?
Huh?
Was that one that was called I'll Always Know?
I'll Always Know. Yeah. I don't think anyone came back on that one.
Sometimes they come back.
Sometimes they come back again. Sometimes they come back for more.
Is that really what the third one's called?
Three of them. There's 3 of those movies.
Sometimes They Come Back is a great movie. Stephen King. Maybe we'll put it in the queue.
Saw a long time ago.
I used to watch it all the time as a kid. It was actually a made-for-TV, I believe.
Yeah.
But the DVD is out there. It's streaming right now on one of the platforms. I don't remember which one.
I think it was directed by Tom McLaughlin, who did Jason Lives.
I think you're correct. And yeah, it's either on Netflix or HBO or something, right? Prime, maybe. It came across my You Might Like This, and I was like, yes, TV, I do, actually. Thank you for asking. Meanwhile, these guys are playing pirate here in their chunky sweaters.
Yeah.
Long sleeve shirts. They must have filmed this in, cold weather.
Yeah, they were actually shooting it all out on the actual sea, and they were having problems like hell.
Like Jaws.
Yeah.
Jaws, this is not.
What about Jaws the Revenge, though?
I'm going to give the nod to
Revenge.
Revenge.
Michael Caine, so I guess not.
I'd give the nod to Revenge.
Jaws 2?
Oh. This has more action.
It's shorter.
This is shorter, yes. It has more kills.
Yes. It's not people floating in the water.
Right, for half an hour.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I guess I'll go this over Jaws 2. Not over 3, though. I love 3. 2 is really the worst Jaws. I'm shocked that there's never been a new Jaws beyond Revenge. What is this section of the ship, and why is there water in it?
No idea.
And why is there toxic sludge? I get that that's supposed to be ice, but...
Yeah, it's not.
Definitely not. Zircons.
Yeah.
It does the job, though, for what we need it to do. I'm just being an asshole.
Yeah.
But, like, this would also make good movie prop if you had, like, a diamond heist.
Sure.
Like Scrooge's money bin here with the diamonds.
Yeah.
Is that Ryan Phillippe?
That's Gellar. You just killed her like not even half an hour ago. She didn't look that bad already.
Oh.
I don't think so. If you're sticking her in the ice, I don't think so.
No, it's preservative.
I'm definitely agreeing with you. Overall, a novel feels much better for this story.
Yes. How many times can this guy cheat death?
Yeah, just the thing is like, am I intimidated by him? Not really. I mean, it's good enough performance. Just like there's something. I mean, trying to sell as a slasher film, it doesn't feel really like a slasher film.
Right.
It would work better as a straight thriller where you're not trying to build up body count. You're just trying to tell a suspenseful story.
The hand chopping there really did look good,
yeah.
though. Would that boat be considered a schooner?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Okay. I guess not. A schooner is a sailing ship with 2 or more masts, typically with the foremost mast smaller than the main mast. So, more of a like a sailing ship that okay. As opposed to a a regular fishing boat kind of thing. Look at that. Learning something new every day.
Yeah.
God, I love learning. Tell me more. Sheriff?
I mean, the twist stuff in the whole film is like, it's fine. It feels like it's a lot there just to kind of like flip things around to a certain degree. It's like, okay, they found out that the killer's actually a guy who actually went off and killed David Egan. So it's like it flips the thing. It's like, okay, well, you really can be absolved. The main characters can be absolved of their guilt because, okay, it was just one, they didn't actually kill anyone, and two, he was a piece of shit anyway who went off and killed someone else, and then vilifies the actual bad guy.
Right.
But I don't know.
And now it's another year later.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything particularly wrong with it. It just feels like it does feel like it's kind of plopped in the wrong genre.
Ravage, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Where is she? Gym?
I guess so.
School?
I suppose so.
Is that the school? Like, is that how they provide towels in the school locker room pool area?
Mm-hmm.
Why would that party be invited on with the same handwriting?
Exactly. He was right-handed. He cut off his right hand, so he's got to work with his left hand. It shouldn't be the same handwriting.
Right. Meanwhile, the killer had to know that she was going to be not in the room, and then
Right.
pump up the heat, and then do this with the thing, and then jump through the window.
Yeah.
What? No.
And like I was saying, it's like, because they also did some stupid fucking TV series that got fucking panned and got canceled and everything, which was probably just really fucking shit. It looked like shit. I don't know if you just went back to the novel and just made like a straight just suspense mystery thing.
Right.
I think it could work.
I agree. I
just think they're trying to force it to be too much like trying to be a slasher film, and just kind of almost betraying it to a certain degree. The setup, the concept, it just feels too much. There's certain points in the film where the suspense stuff works. I like the thing when he's chasing him down the car. I think that works.
Yeah.
But when they're trying to like do the whole like it's Michael Myers chasing Gellar around or something like that, it just doesn't feel right.
Agreed.
I don't think that the skill of the director works so well in those moments.
I'm curious how long...
Because it feels more like emulation than trying to do something
original
distinct or something.
I'm curious how long the written work is. Is it a short story? Is it a long story? I know you don't know, but I kind of want to read it, actually, just to see. Although, if we're going to do Sometimes They Come Back, I need to read that.
199 pages.
Okay.
It's pretty...
That's decent,
fairly thin.
Thin, yeah, but still long enough to be considered a novel.
Yeah. 73.
1973.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 20 years later, this happens. 25. Almost.
Mm-hmm.
Odin is a very underused first name now. As is Petra. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say. I know that it's not the most 4th of July.
Yeah.
It just happens to take place on the 4th of July.
Right.
Which is why we did it here for you today. Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, if we're going to do it, it should be in a summertime month.
Yeah, and, whatever. It's a thing. So, yeah, I don't know. Everyone,
just
enjoy your holiday and don't blow off any fingers.
no, please no.
We need you to be able to use those fingers to type comments in the section below. We would love that. We love every time somebody comments and likes and shares. A lot of...
Yeah, I had the soundtrack for a while. It was of the time type of things.
Yeah.
Not bad.
A lot of covers by current bands.
Yeah.
Louis Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Thumbs up, thumbs down? Thumbs in the middle?
In the middle type of thing. It's like, I'm not going to get rid of the Blu-ray anytime soon. That's all right.
And you would put this one over or under Urban Legend? I feel like they're pretty comparable.
I think about on a similar level. It's like...
They both are good for different reasons.
Yeah.
Well, let us know what you think. Which one do you like better?
Yeah. So, guys, thanks so much and take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.